This is Quaking Aspen. It's a soft hardwood. I really like this because it's easy to carve, but it's soft, so Raven enjoys chewing it and stuff like that and playing with it. So I'm gonna cut off a section right about here or so, and then I'm gonna strip it down and we're just gonna play fetch. I'm using the Ranger Grip 57. It has a really nice saw on it. Down, there you go. There you go. This is something that Raven and I used to do a ton before she had her injury on her hind leg. She had an ACL injury, and so I kind of stopped coming out here and playing fetch with her because I didn't want her to injure her leg anymore or injure the other leg. That was my concern. And so I still play fetch with Raven, but not as like intense as we used to. You remember this? You do, don't you? Just wait. And I used to come out here all the time, almost every day, and I would carve out a piece of wood just like this for her, and then we would play fetch here. So the way that I get her to exercise now, though, with a little less intensity, is using commands like stop, or actually getting up and moving to the piece of stick. I would toss it, and then I would walk a couple of feet closer to it, and then I will tell Raven to go left, which is basically come here. I don't know how that happened, but that's the only thing that stuck. So left is a command to tell her to come to me. It's sort of like her heel. And then I can then walk a couple more paces towards the stick and then do the same thing over and over until we get closer to the stick. And then I can tell her okay, and then she will go and grab the stick. So that's what we're gonna do in a little bit here. And so that sort of training physically and mentally stimulates her because she's using her brain and she's thinking and listening to me, but then at the same time she's running around, but she's not running with full intensity like she used to, because Raven goes like 100% every time I throw a stick. But there you go. Nice aspen. Really, really nice. It's soft wood. She can chew this up easily, but we're gonna toss it and play fetch. See, that's usually how I do it now. But my only problem right now is when she gets the toy, that's her reward, right? And so now her recall is really poor because she got her reward, and now I'm trying to tell her to come back, and she takes her time. But she does come back. Come here, Raven. Come here. There you go. Thank you. All right. So let's do that again, and let's see if we can sort of change it up a little bit. Let's see. Left. Right. Rolling. No, left. Rolling. Going. Going. Good girl. Stay. Soa. Soa. Nem. 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 Stay. Left. Soa. Left. Going. Good girl. Soa. Nem. Nem. Go. Stay. Okay. All right, let's go. Raven, let's go. Let's go. Go home. Ah, there you go. Good girl. So last year, I also taught her go home, and it's just to reinforce the go home that she already knows. And so I was trying to get her to go back to the starting position. Um, and so I'm gonna see if she remembers it at all. I haven't done this since last year to tell her to go home. Let's see if she'll come back to this spot. So we'll see. Left. Going. Going. Good. Stay. Left. Go home. Soa. Okay. Yo. She remembered. Told her to go home. She went back to the starting position. Oh, that's good. That's good. Raven, come here. You're so smart. You're so smart. Come here. Oh, she wants to lay down and chew on the stick now. Wait, no, come here. Come here. We still got training to do. Come on. Get up. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. All right. So there's one thing that I really like to do, and I've tried to reinforce it, but I can't do it outside of playing with her like this. But I still want to do it, and it is to tell her to stop midway through. So I'm going to throw this, and I'm going to tell her to go get it, but then I'm going to tell her to stop, and then tell her left to come back to me. Because whenever I tell her to come here, what ends up happening is she grabs the toy or the stick first, and then she comes. So that's why I use the term left instead. And back then it was just left to go like this, and then she'll come to my left, and I can do right, and she'll come to my right like this, right? But for some reason, left is something that's stuck, and it has multiple meanings for her. So like I can say left in certain scenarios, and she'll do different things depending on the scenario with that one word. So let's see if she'll stop. So yeah, let's see here. Left. Going. Going. Good girl. Stay. Soa. Okay. All right, stop. Going. Soa. Left. She came back. She stopped. Okay, go get it. See, this is still like physically demanding, but it also utilizes her sort of mental ability, and so this exercises her, but it's not as intense. Because if I just took this and I just threw it and let her go get it, she's gonna dip for it like her life depends on it, and that might cause an injury now that she has an ACL tear, you know, or like it's recovered, right? But like I just don't want the other leg to tear as well. So I'm just being cautious, and I feel like this is a good like alternative, you know, training her like this and just playing with her like this too. It's less intensive, but it still gets the job done. Left. Good girl. Whoa. Stay. Stay. Ngồi. Ngồi. Sủa. Sủa. Stay in front. Turn around. Okay, go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Ngồi. Nằm. 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 Good girl. Sủa. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Come here. There you go. Good girl. All right, so I'm just gonna let her lay down and chew on the stick for a little bit, and then we're gonna go for a walk and enjoy the rest of our day. So look at that. Raven chewed it up all like this. And oftentimes, if I let her, she will chew it up completely and they'll all become like this. And they end up being really good kindling for fire. So she ends up breaking it all up. But something like this, I'm just going to toss it now. And then I'll just get her a new stick later on. All right, we're going to head home now, Raven. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, come here. Come. Let's go.